WWE isn't just about punches and headlocks. It's a blazing stage where charisma, beauty, and presence reign supreme. Throughout its history, WWE Divas have captivated the world, not just with their stunning looks, but with their stage presence and unforgettable impact. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the top 20 hottest divas of all time, a list where beauty isn't just about appearance, but found in every step, every stare, and every moment they set the ring on fire. Lana, the powerful Russian beauty, who commands every glance. The moment Lana walked into the arena, pencil skirt hugging her curves, platinum blonde hair perfectly styled, and a cold stare sharper than Siberian ice, the crowd went silent for a beat. Lana didn't need to yell or overact. Her mere presence was enough to lock millions of eyes onto her. She's the kind of woman you wouldn't dare mess with, but also can't stop thinking about. Physically, she looked like she stepped straight out of a high-fashion magazine. Flawless features, sophisticated, icy, and magnetic. But what truly set her apart was how she owned the spotlight. Whether standing beside Rusev as his manager or stepping into the ring herself, Lana always made sure you felt she was there. She wasn't just beautiful, she was dangerous. But her appeal didn't stop at looks. Lana showed she was serious about the fight. She trained hard, entered the ring, and proved she was far more than just a pretty face. From dramatic twists and stormy romances to explosive promos, Lana was always at the center of the action. She may not have held major titles, but Lana possessed something far rarer: influence, presence, and the ability to make the entire world watch. In WWE, Lana wasn't just a beautiful girl, she was the definition of powerful, commanding allure. Paige, the Dark Queen, with an unmatched aura. If Lana embodied icy, classic beauty, then Paige was the face of wild rebellion, raw, untamed, and unforgettable. With jet black hair, porcelain skin, and striking red lips, Paige appeared like a gothic goddess stepping out of the shadows and into the spotlight. And the audience? They had no choice but to look. Paige's beauty defied convention, and that's exactly what made her so magnetic. She never tried to fit the mold. With piercing eyes and a sultry British accent, Paige carved out her place as a true standout in WWE's sea of glamour. She wasn't like anyone else, and no one else could be like her. But Paige wasn't just a striking figure, she was a game changer. She led the charge in shifting WWE's women's division from divas to superstars. As the youngest women's champion in WWE history, she caused an immediate sensation from the moment she debuted on Raw. With her fierce attitude, powerful in-ring style, and dark, mysterious persona, Paige made the world see WWE's women in a completely new light. Bold, edgy, unapologetic, and ahead of her time, Paige became a symbol for those who dare to be different and claim the spotlight on their own terms. Charlotte Flair, the genetic queen, and the beauty of dominance. Charlotte Flair isn't just a beauty, she's a force. As the daughter of wrestling legend Ric Flair, she never lived in anyone's shadow. With her statuesque height, athletic build, and regal presence, Charlotte doesn't just walk in. She arrives, like a true queen, proud, composed, and commanding. She was born with championship energy. Every time she steps onto the stage, arms outstretched to the iconic woo, strutting like it's a runway, she radiates the confidence of someone destined to rule. It's not a stretch to say that Charlotte's appeal isn't just sensual, it's the powerfully captivating allure of a born leader, sharp, fearless, and fully in control. Her physique brings to mind elite Olympians, strong, vibrant, yet graceful and undeniably attractive. But Charlotte is more than just looks. She's one of WWE's most decorated women, a multi-time world champion, a featured star in main event matches, and a trailblazer who helped elevate women's wrestling to the biggest stage, WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair is the ultimate blend of athletic beauty, stage presence, and unmatched legacy. Put simply, Charlotte doesn't have to try to stand out, she was born to shine. Mandy Rose, the modern-day golden goddess of WWE. When it comes to divas whose beauty stops people in their tracks, Mandy Rose is always at the top of the list. With shimmering blonde hair, a face that looks like it was sculpted by the gods, and a flawless, curvy figure, Mandy isn't just beautiful, she defines modern-day sex appeal. But Mandy Rose is far more than just an Instagram model who found her way into the ring. She brings the energy of a woman who knows she's captivating, and knows how to use that power like a weapon. Every step she takes down the ramp is a statement, "I know I'm stunning, but I'm also a threat." Her cool demeanor, piercing gaze, and signature smirk have cemented her as an unforgettable presence in the minds of fans. From the moment she entered WWE, Mandy has grown continuously, evolving from a seductive side character into a dominant NXT champion. Her bold performance style, combined with rapid improvement in the ring, proved that she's not just a pretty face, she's got the heart of a fighter. Mandy Rose is the perfect mix of classic beauty and bold, modern personality. A bombshell who can wrestle, explode onto the scene, and absolutely knows how to become an icon. Lita, the rebel icon with timeless appeal. Before personality became a trend, Lita was the perfect embodiment of alluring rebellion. With her fiery red hair, distinctive tattoos, and tomboy style that stood out from anyone else, Lita stormed into WWE like a whirlwind, blowing away all stereotypes of the traditional feminine diva. Lita was the type of woman you couldn't take your eyes off, not for her softness, but for her raw, untamed magnetism. She had the cool girl beauty, someone you'd want to spend a wild night with and never forget. From her cargo pants and exposed underwear to those jaw-dropping top-rope maneuvers, Lita became the symbol of rebelliousness with a captivating edge. When it came to presence, she was a true star. Whether standing alongside legends like the Hardy Boys or going head-to-head with Trish Stratus in legendary matches, Lita always had the crowd on their feet, drawn in by her intensity, passion, and fearless attitude. Lita didn't just change the perception of female wrestlers, she rewrote the rules. With her immense legacy and widespread influence, she proved that a diva could be fiery, bold, and inspiring all at once. Maria Kanellis, the fiery rose, who always turns up the heat. Maria Kanellis wasn't just a beauty, she was a live performance. Every time her music hit, the audience didn't just watch, they felt the sensual energy in her gaze, her smile, and every flirtatious flip of her hair. Maria didn't have to force her sex appeal, it was natural, flowing through her. Maria's appearance blended sweet beauty with fiery allure. With her bright red hair, playful eyes, and sultry figure, she had all the elements that made hearts skip a beat. But what really set Maria apart wasn't just her looks, it was how she made every pair of eyes follow her. From her facial expressions to every step she took, it was all intentional and utterly captivating. Beyond her role as a valet or manager, Maria also showed her fighting spirit by stepping into the ring. Though she wasn't a multi-time champion, she left a lasting impression on fans as one of the divas with a personality, magnetism, and style that were completely unique. Maria was the living embodiment of the saying, "Beauty is not enough, you have to make them remember you." And she did that exceptionally well. Alexa Bliss, the twisted doll, with layers of bewitching beauty. Don't let the petite frame and doll-like face fool you. Alexa Bliss is one of the most seductive and dangerous divas WWE has ever seen. Small. Yes. Adorable. Absolutely. But beneath that sweet exterior lies a sharp-edged personality, an unpredictable mind, and a presence that no one dares underestimate. Physically, Alexa looks like she stepped right out of a fanboy's dream. Platinum blonde hair streaked with pink, icy blue eyes, and a compact, athletic body full of energy. But what makes Alexa truly captivating isn't her measurements, it's her attitude. She can command the entire arena with nothing more than a sly smile or a sinister glance. Her stage presence is something rare. Whether she's playing the sly villain or channeling the eerie vibes of Dark Alexa, she always owns the narrative. There's depth, there's danger, and there's always a twist. Every time she grabs a mic, throws shade, or simply stands still, there's weight behind it. With multiple championship reigns across both Raw and SmackDown, Alexa isn't just a sexy diva, she's a multifaceted icon where beauty meets darkness. A sweet psycho who makes you fall for her and fear her all at once. Michelle McCool, elegance redefined as power. Michelle McCool isn't just hot, she's poised, polished, and powerful. With her statuesque frame, sharp features, and lean, athletic build, Michelle looked like she walked off the cover of a fitness magazine, but carried herself like a true warrior. She's the kind of woman you see once and instantly know, she's not here to stand in the background, she's here to run the show. Her beauty was undeniable, but what made her magnetic was her confidence in the ring. Whether portraying a cold, calculating heel or a fierce, determined babyface, Michelle always exuded the kind of presence that made opponents hesitate. She didn't need to say much, her eyes and body language said it all. And when it comes to legacy, Michelle was one of the first women to break the mold that the word diva once imposed. As the first to hold both the Divas Championship and the Women's Championship, she proved her worth through raw talent, not just looks. In the ring, she was both graceful and ruthless, like a dancer who could deliver a knockout kick at any moment. Michelle McCool is living proof that sexy can meet elite. A diva who made you admire her not just for her looks, but for the level of respect she commanded. Nikki Bella, the sex symbol of a new era. If WWE were a catwalk, Nikki Bella would always close the show, because no one wants to follow her. She isn't just seductive. Nikki defines modern allure, bold, confident, and always in full control of the spotlight. With her glossy brown hair, full lips, and flawless figure, she shines like a queen without a crown. But Nikki isn't the kind of beauty you just admire from afar. She knows how to turn her looks into a performance weapon. Every arm raise, every spin, every move she delivers sparks a crowd reaction, not just for the action, but for the attitude. She doesn't just perform, she owns every second. What truly sets Nikki apart is her steady evolution. She began as one half of a cute twin duo, but trained relentlessly to become one of the most consistent performers in the division, with in-ring skill, stage presence, and the aura of a genuine star. As the longest-reigning Divas champion in WWE history, Nikki secured her legacy not just through her stunning looks, but through grit, growth, and an unstoppable desire to win. From the WWE ring to the red carpet, Nikki Bella is more than a sexy symbol. She's a living brand. A reminder that true allure doesn't come from appearance alone, but from the way you stand tall under the brightest lights. Tory Wilson, the timeless bombshell WWE fans never forgot. If there's ever been a diva who could make the entire wrestling world stop and stare, it's Tory Wilson. With her sun-kissed blonde hair, dazzling smile, and a physique straight out of a fitness magazine, Tory embodied the all-American dream. Sexy, strong, and effortlessly radiant. But she was never just a poster girl. Tory had the natural glow of a star. Just walking out from backstage could send the crowd into a frenzy. Every time she appeared, fans got more than beauty. They got charm, confidence, and pure entertainment value. She didn't try to be sexy, she was sexy. In an era where women were often sidelined, Tory still managed to shine and carve out her own lane. While she didn't rack up a long list of championships, she became one of the most beloved faces in WWE history, featured in countless storylines, pay-per-views, and magazine covers. Her name is forever tied to the attitude and ruthless aggression eras, WWE's golden age for divas. Tory Wilson is living proof that real appeal goes beyond looks. It comes from confidence, good energy, and the rare ability to win hearts by simply being your authentic self. Eve Torres, sensual, strong, and regal like a warrior queen. Eve Torres is the kind of woman who makes you look up, not just because of her striking beauty, but because of the commanding aura she brings with her. She didn't just walk into the spotlight like a typical diva, she arrived like a modern-day queen, sexy, confident, elegant, and always in control. Visually, Eve was like a perfectly cut diamond, sharp features, glowing sun-kissed skin, and a flawlessly toned physique. But what truly set her apart was the combination of physical beauty and intellectual presence. She was both feminine and powerful, a rare and captivating mix. Eve was also one of the few women during the Divas era who successfully balanced serious wrestling skills with cinematic performance. From hard-hitting in-ring action to dramatic promos, she didn't just play her part, she elevated it. As a three-time Divas champion, Eve wasn't just beautiful to look at, she was built to compete. Beyond the ring, she became a powerful inspiration, a woman with brains, martial arts expertise, and a solid career post-WWE. Eve proved that a diva could be sizzling and smart, and, more importantly, a role model both in and out of the ring. Kelly Kelly, a sexy angel with the heart of a fighter. When people think of Kelly Kelly, one word often comes to mind, angel. And it fits. Her innocent face, radiant smile, and flowing blonde hair gave her a beauty so ethereal it could stop traffic in heaven. But don't be fooled by the delicate looks. Beneath that soft appearance was a strong heart and a competitive spirit worth admiring. Kelly entered WWE at a young age and quickly won over fans of all genders. While she first gained attention through her sizzling entrances and charm, she gradually proved that she had the drive and heart to be called a true superstar. Step by step, match by match, she improved, and eventually captured the Divas Championship through determination and persistence. On stage, Kelly had her own way of owning the crowd, gentle yet fiery, sweet but never forgettable. She wasn't the powerhouse or the brawler type, but she had a unique flair that set her apart. Kelly is proof that you can be soft and strong, sexy and fearless. And when all of that comes together, you create an icon that fans will never forget. Maryse, glamorous, sensual, and every bit a French queen. If WWE were an international fashion runway, Maryse would be its perfect embodiment of French elegance, chic, sexy, and fully aware of how much she stands out. From her razor-sharp gaze to her regal strut down the ramp, Maryse didn't just join WWE, she arrived like she was born to rule it. Physically, she's a living portrait, porcelain skin, platinum blonde waves, and a flawless figure that seemed sculpted to perfection. But what truly made her shine was her true diva energy, always in control, always knowing when to flash a smile, and when to strike. Maryse started out as a model-turned-wrestler, but quickly proved she wasn't just there to look good. A two-time Divas champion, she became one of the most passionately loved and hated heels of her time. While she may not have been known for elite in-ring technique, Maryse knew how to own the moment, using her presence and performance to turn every appearance into a spectacle. She also left her mark as the perfect on-screen partner and manager for The Miz, adding a dynamic, stylish layer to their storylines and segments. Sexy. Absolutely. An icon. No question. Maryse isn't just a diva, she is the definition of elegance with an edge unforgettable in every sense. Trish Stratus, the golden standard of a true legend. Sensual, powerful, magnetic, and truly irreplaceable, that's Trish Stratus. When she first stepped into WWE as a stunning model, few imagined that she would go on to rewrite the history of women's wrestling. Trish wasn't just one of the most beautiful divas ever, she became one of the greatest female wrestlers of all time. Her look combined timeless beauty with athletic vibrancy, captivating eyes, a strong, fit body, and a radiant, mesmerizing smile. But what took her beyond being just another pretty face was her incredible evolution in the ring. Trish carried the confidence of someone who always knew what she was doing, just the right amount of sass, just the right level of allure, and every time she entered the arena, eyes were glued to her. As a 7-time WWE Women's Champion, she shattered the old idea that divas were just about looks, and lit the path for a new generation of fierce female competitors. Her legacy is the perfect blend of athleticism and entertainment, pure skill and stage presence. Trish redefined what it meant to be a woman in WWE, with respect, admiration, and legendary status. Stacey Keebler, timeless legs and unmatched charisma. At the very top of the list, no one deserves the spotlight more than Stacey Keebler, the woman who could turn every head in WWE with just a single step onto the stage. She may not have been a top champion, but Stacey became an enduring symbol of beauty and charisma that has never faded from fans' memories. Stacey embodied a radiant yet refined elegance. Her glowing smile, statuesque figure, and famously long legs were nothing short of iconic, some might say legendary. But don't be fooled into thinking she was just a pretty face. Stacey was one of WWE's most captivating performers when it came to stage presence and crowd connection. From managing the Dudley Boys, to solo matches, to her dance routines with Tory Wilson, she brought a distinct energy every time she appeared. She didn't rise to the top through technical wrestling, but rather by making every single moment count. Stacey didn't need many words. A glance, a strut, a turn, and the crowd would erupt. That was the power of her presence. Even after moving on to Hollywood and television, Stacey remained known as the diva of all eras, a lasting figure from WWE's most glamorous, romantic, and entertainment-driven period. With Stacey, sex appeal was never overdone, it was effortless, a natural part of who she was in every movement she made. Sable, WWE's first true sex symbol. When talking about the women who redefined what it meant to be sexy in WWE, Sable's name hits like a thunderclap. She wasn't just a pretty face, she was a trailblazer, a rule breaker, and a walking explosion of charisma and sensuality that lit up every arena she stepped into. With her platinum blonde hair, piercing eyes, and captivating figure, Sable had the kind of presence that could make time stand still. But what truly set her apart wasn't just her looks, it was her unshakable confidence. She owned the camera like a queen. Whether strutting across the ramp or striking an iconic pose, she radiated a blend of glamour and untamed allure that was impossible to ignore. Sable's greatest asset? Presence. She had the kind of magnetic energy that commanded every eye in the room. When she spoke, the arena roared. When she moved, the crowd was glued to her every step. Her legendary bikini contests weren't just steamy moments. They were iconic events in WWE television history. Sable turned seduction into strength and confidence into power. But behind that dazzling exterior was a true pioneer. Sable was among the first women to break out from the role of a valet and step into the ring as a legitimate competitor. She even captured the women's championship, proving she was far more than a beauty symbol. She was a bona fide superstar. In the WWE universe, where beauty meets strength, Sable didn't just set the standard, she created it. Sexy, fearless, unforgettable, she remains a lasting symbol of allure and empowerment in the hearts of fans. Sunny, the golden girl of the Attitude Era. Before the term diva even existed in WWE, there was Sunny. And she didn't just pave the way, she set it on fire with her dazzling smile, radiant beauty, and unmatched on-screen charisma. Sunny wasn't simply a pioneer, she was WWE's first true icon of sensuality, charm, and star power. Her look made millions fall in love. Shimmering blonde hair, striking eyes, and a figure that had top magazines lining up to put her on their covers. But it wasn't just about appearance. Sunny brought an electric energy to every segment she touched. Whether managing a top tag team or simply making her way to the ring, she captured attention like no one else. Though she rarely stepped into the ring to wrestle, her influence didn't need a single move. Sunny elevated the role of manager into an art form. Working alongside major stars, she boosted their careers with her sharp mic skills and captivating presence. The fans adored her, the cameras loved her, and WWE couldn't get enough of her during the height of the Attitude Era. Sunny proved that you didn't have to throw punches to be legendary. All it took was the right attitude, undeniable charisma, and a little sunshine. She was, and always will be, Sunny, WWE's original seductive star, truly one of a kind. Renee Young, confidence, intelligence, and effortless charm. Not every diva needs to step into the ring to make an impact. Sometimes, all it takes is a mic in hand and a commanding presence on screen. That's exactly what made Renee Young stand out, a modern icon of charm, smart, confident, and undeniably captivating. Her appearance, bright, polished, and naturally elegant. With golden blonde hair, a radiant smile, and a fashion sense that's both classy and fresh, Renee exuded a sweetness paired with sharp sophistication. But what truly set her apart was her self-assurance and her ability to stay in control of any live moment. Renee never had to try too hard. She let her aura do the talking. Graceful, articulate, and always the sharpest person in the room. In the fast-paced, chaotic world of WWE, Renee felt like a breath of fresh air. She could hold her own in conversations with anyone, from John Cena to Paul Heyman, while staying poised and charismatic. She made history as the first woman to join the commentary table in WWE's modern era, breaking barriers and inspiring a new generation of women to dream beyond the backstage role. Though she never competed in the ring, Renee became an essential part of WWE's legacy. She represented the 21st century diva, intelligent, elegant, confident, and genuinely inspiring. Her allure didn't come from flashy outfits, it came from her strong presence and the unmistakable charisma of a true star. Becky Lynch, bold, badass, and blazing hot. If you think sex appeal only comes from bikinis and slow-motion hair flips, Becky Lynch is here to change your mind. With fierce energy, raw magnetism, and eyes that burn right through the camera, Becky redefines beauty with a bold, badass edge. Fiery, fearless, and utterly magnetic. She doesn't fit the Hollywood doll mold, and that's exactly her power. Becky has a striking, unconventional beauty, strong, expressive, and full of fire. Her bright orange hair matches her fiery personality, and her gaze radiates pure determination and grit. But her most irresistible trait? Absolute self-confidence. It's a wild, unfiltered kind of allure that grabs attention without ever asking for it. Becky entered WWE as a hopeful Irish girl with a dream. A few years later, she became the woman who forced the entire wrestling world to rethink how it sees female superstars. From bloody brawls to cinematic promos, Becky lit up the screen with both skill and authentic star power. She didn't just inspire, she rewrote the rules. Becky Lynch was the first woman to headline WrestleMania, And she did it her way. Fierce, unapologetic, and irresistibly cool. Becky proves that real sex appeal isn't about being flawless. It's about fire, individuality, and the kind of fearless spirit that refuses to be ignored. Sasha Banks, the queen of style and star power. If there's anyone who makes you say, "This is the pinnacle of the modern-day diva," it's Sasha Banks. With her fierce looks, unapologetic confidence, and a legacy that demands respect, Sasha is the ultimate fusion of beauty, attitude, and elite talent. Her appearance, a statement in itself. Whether it's purple, blue, or pink, her ever-changing hair color reflects her mood and bold personality. Her fashion sense screams high-end runway, and her piercing gaze feels straight out of a fashion editorial. Sasha doesn't just look good, she owns her look, with a flair that's unmistakably boss. And when it comes to presence in the ring, she's not just wrestling, she's performing. Every dive, every submission, every taunting glance is crafted like a stage performance. Sasha turns matches into must-see events, filled with drama, precision, and unforgettable moments. Her impact on WWE? Undeniable. As a key figure in the women's revolution, Sasha shattered every ceiling that once limited female superstars. WrestleMania main event? Check. First ever women's Hell in a Cell match? Check. She's inspired millions of young girls by proving you can be stunning, stylish, and downright dangerous, all at once. Sasha Banks isn't just hot, she's a force of nature. A whirlwind of fashion, fire, and fierce determination. A true diva in every sense of the word, no debate. From irresistible charm to unmatched charisma, these divas are timeless icons of WWE. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Wrestling Sphere so you won't miss out on more captivating stories.